When we went to
Yes,
see
Absolutely.
Hades
he's
Town, there was a dude
thriving.
there who apparently
Oh my god.
was in the
That
same
guy.
Oh,
town as him. He was born when Gerard Way was 18,
And so they were best
Oh
friends.
wow.
so they were best friends.
When you're the best of friends. Have y'all seen
No,
Wicked? Has anybody seen Wicked yet?
no, but
No,
that
not
was not
yet.
Wicked.
not
Heard good
yet.
things.
That was Fox and the Hound. First of all,
Bro, I know.
Wow.
I'm aware.
You know what? You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to bring up that movie. I've blocked that out of my memory, just like Homeward
okay.
Bound.
Well, Q was the one singing
No,
it.
that's fair.
So.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Hey, my brain went best of friends, and then my brain went Glinda, Elphaba. And so here we are. It's
Odd
so
and
good.
Copper.
Um, feel good. It's emotional.
I'm
Also,
not.
it's two parts.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
two
That's
parts.
why I'm not seeing it. I'm not sitting there for 3 hours to watch fucking part one of Wicked. That's a 3 hour musical. Absolutely not.
Okay, so it's 2 minutes and 40 seconds. It doesn't feel like it,
Okay.
and trust me, it's worth it.
I don't even like Wicked.
Hello.
Okay, so you're just basic and wrong. That's
No,
fine.
I'm not basic. I'd be basic if I liked Wicked.
No,
It's okay.
no, it's very hipsterish of you.
No, it's not. I've always not liked it because it's obnoxious when you're a theater kid. And that's all people will talk about.
Ellie might die. I think Ellie's going to die in the hospital.
I have
now.
strong musical opinions, and I'm not saying it's not good. I'm saying I just don't. I'm not the person who like obsesses over Wicked. Like you want to talk about Next to Normal or like Newsies or like not Newsies, aka Heather's.
I was
Okay.
going to say, LC, I
Okay.
think about that every day. Just, have you ever seen, like, what's this musical about? Well, have you ever seen Newsies? It's nothing like that. Like,
Okay,
what
well,
a description.
in my head, I was really, really running through how Not to Tell Will. It's about a fucked up couple, and one of them's a serial killer, and I love it. So I went with that. My drunk brain said, "Yeah, if you just say it's like Newsies, but not at all, it's not technically a lie."
Like it.
Okay, well, you could just.
Look, Will said, "I
Hey,
don't
you
see
know
why you
the-
like this musical," and I couldn't tell him why I like this musical.
It's not
Drunk
Newsies.
LC thought it was a great plan.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Right, choices were
Anyways.
made. That's fine.
Yeah, it was a good night. I think it was fun. I stepped in cake on purpose,
Yep.
and then I shoved it in roasted figs.
You sure did.
After you stepped on it?
Yes,
Uh-huh.
it was. It wasn't for eating.
The
What the fuck
judgment.
just happened?
The judgment.
I was
Yes, there's
choking.
definitely judgment.
I choked and I had to finish my sentence. That's what happened.
Anyway, speaking of toxic couples,
Whoa! Okay.
Your favorite.
Nice.
My favorite.
Mwah.
so speaking of one part of that toxic couple, Theo, you step outside and it is a beautiful, brisk fall evening. And, well, you do see Zane standing there, smoking a cigarette in a zone that is designated non-smoking.
Yeah, it's totally fine. Totally fine for Mr. Zane. There's a child there. Don't see it. I shushed him along. It's fine. I think she just goes in, and it's the full corpo ass kisser mode of like, this is a very important person, and I want them to have nice things to say about me and the thing I own. So I'm going to make sure that, like, yeah, I think she not asks, "Are you enjoying your stay?" like it's a goddamn hotel. But I think more asks, Mr. Zane, I just wanted to take a quick moment to introduce myself and to give you my personal information should you have any need of or have any complaints about you and Miss Ellison's stay. I'd like to just personally uh, be able to be the person to correct that as soon as possible. I understand that there were some complaints earlier, so I'd like to personally apologize. And if there's anything we can do to make your time here more comfortable, please, we are here to help.
I appreciate that so much, Director Lomax. You are always so thorough and on top of everything. Honestly, your staff is incredible. I mean, well, Doctors Creed and Tarn are, of course, in training, but they are very skilled and eager to learn. And Dr. Valen, Dr. Moon Herschel are certainly attentive.
Yes, we try to make sure that we carry a approach that is always at the patient's beck and call, which can at times be overbearing. It's I'm a mother, and they can, as a mom, we can be a little protective of our of those around us in our care, entrusted with our care. So if there's ever in time to back off, I know sometimes I need to have chats with my boy. So if anything that yeah, if we have to take a step back, whatever you need, whatever you think is appropriate, definitely let me know. I'm happy to sort that out.
I'm so glad to hear that the way this hospital runs and the way that you treat your staff is like family.
It's our guiding mission here. One big happy family.
Well, I am good to know. I am glad to know, and it is good to know that Ellie is being so well taken care of during this time. I mean, she's never been sick before.
It's always scary when these things happen. When it sudden type occurrence, but just because we are in the dark now doesn't mean that we can't find that light. It's only a matter of time. Nothing bad ever happens here. We always figure out the case in the end.
And he nods and takes a long drag from the cigarette, almost thoughtfully, and then asks, "Did you ever figure out what happened with Noah?"
Interesting. Noah, if I recall correctly, as Rose the player, happened before Theodora's time. How much information can Theo glean if she read everyone's mind to try and answer that question?
I'm going to have you.
I could overcharge.
I'm going to have you overcharge.
All right. It's a Nova playbook.
I think that's interesting.
Yeah, I do have 4, and one of those is overcharge. I also have the WoW one where you can make people impressed by you. But I'm gonna just roll and overcharge to just learn. That's so fucking funny.
How'd it go?
I rolled a 3. Um,
Jesus.
it's funny, yeah. So I still it is the it's burning. So if I recall correctly, I just mark like a shitload of conditions and take 2, but overcharges 2. So I still can do it. I'm just I think that like blood just fully drips down like the side, and she like quickly goes to take it, and I think she'll take her own cigarette and like try to mask like she's reaching for like a smoke, but she's quickly trying to recover. um and I want to put afraid, angry, I'm sorry, insecure and guilty and hopeless. Insecure, guilty, hopeless.
So I will also let you tell me if you decide to change any of those, given some of what flashes through your head, Theo.
Down.
But I first want to know, what does it look like as Theo does this in a world where ostensibly people do not have magic?
Yeah. So Theo is already in the best of times in a society where powers are somewhat around, um in denial about her own powers. All of this are voices in her head that she can't control, and that she is so distracted by if she falls into the wave of other voices and things trying to get their attention, that she has to have this rigidity about her, in order to just have a personality that is herself, or one that she recognizes as herself. So her losing it is essentially just going, oh, let me find out everything about Noah, and then going into Google, typing in NOAH, hitting enter, and then reading all of them simultaneously. She fucking blue screens and just like gets waves of information that pass through her. And on the outside, it kind of just looked like she's talking, she's smoozing, almost like stroke like, just takes a moment, nose bleeds, and then immediately like checks it, and there's ringing in her ears as all of this information starts processing, and she can't hear it. And so she go like coughs and excuses herself, pulls out a handkerchief and tries to cover it, and is just doing her best to save face, but turns around, sees the baby that she shooed away from the not smoking station, and gives it a kick as it goes away. Yeah, just yeah.
The things that Theo does, like the over-the-top cartoon villain.
You know how you kick a random stroller that goes by?
Oh, Theo. Theo.
She's
So-
a really good person. I made her to be a really good person. Why are you booing me?
Theo, you are trying to process all of the information you've ever known about Noah, and I think it makes sense that you roll the way you do, and it has that effect on you because you are first trying to go through Noah. When was he a patient here? You know, what did that look like? And you immediately realize that's a strange person for Zane to be asking you about because Noah was DOA. It's not as though he came through and was treated here. And then it is like your brain glitches and you jump back to a conversation that you had with your son, it seems like this morning, where he talked about a prank that he and Gray pulled. And you remember that even though there is no death in Hemlock, Noah died in Hemlock. And Casey was involved. And then your brain glitches again, and you go back to the information you were given when you were brought into Hemlock to help guide these wayward youths and help instill some good morals and values into them. And the fact that Noah's death was labeled as a tragic accident, but once again, your boy was implicated in what happened. And something that keeps unsettling you is you would just use that phrase, the light in the darkness, or something to that effect. And, well, that was Noah's power. And that power did, apparently, consume him.
Zane, can you remind me what Zane's question was? What happened to Noah?
He just asked, what about Noah?
She coughs and collects herself as much as possible. Very shaky, but still standing straight. As things start to subside and she gets her medical condition under control, that she has very, is on top of all the time, but sometimes it slips. Tucks the bloodied handkerchief away and says, they weren't under my care.
And Rook says, fair enough.
Thank you. Is there anything else you need, Mr. Zane?
No, not at all. Thank you, Director Lomax.
Thank you. Yeah, fully walks off.
And before you get more than a few steps, you hear Rook say, you should really check in on your boy, Theo.
Pardon?
Do you look back at him?
Mm-hmm.
He's still standing there smoking a cigarette, and when you say that and then look back, he looks confused. And you realize that you're not sure whether that was something said out loud or a thought you just overheard in his head.
You know that horror movie thing where you take a couple steps back normally and then you start running? I think she starts clacking and is loudly projecting, Casey, where are you? Casey, where are you? Running to wherever her instincts tell her her boy is.
We'll get back to that in a moment.
Yeah.
But before we do, we have our patient and our lovely providers no longer having to navigate things with the director and able to, just for, Valen, making sure you know this, fully access all of those cabinets again.
I'm given the bone saw. I get the bone saw out and I give it to Ellie. Put it under your pillow.
Okay. So, was the compound mentioned out loud, like while I was around? Was that all outside?
I think Scylla had mentioned it to Ellie when she was trying to be like,
Okay.
"You're not dying. There's a compound. We just need to get it. We just don't know what it does, but it should fix you because it was recommended on the notes."
Okay. Is there a cosmos in this reality? There's got to be, right?
I think Mara walks in at that point. Yeah, Cosmos.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That guy talked. Zane. I don't know. He talked about it. Because I was asking about the compound in a way that made it seem like I wasn't. But he was like, "Yeah, that's probably from Cosmos. I don't know where Cosmos is right now. Or how you can get it from them. But yeah, that's that.
Well, hospitals have labs, right? Do you think Cosmos has a lab as part of the hospital?
I
Like,
can check.
do they do partnerships?
Check.
Possibly. We could also just see if they have a spot, if they have a lab in the city.
Yeah,
I don't
can
know
go
if
out
it'll
and-
be different, but I know the place pretty well. So if the floor plan's the same, I should be able to get us in.
Well, couldn't we also check the computers here to see if the compound is on site? I just don't. Well, we don't know the name of it.
I can try, I guess.
Type in Cosmos compound. How many do you think will come up?
Mara grabs the computer in the patient room.
All right, and I'm gonna look over the charts again, just sort of see if anything's trickled in yet.
I put the bone star under my pillow.
I love that.
Jeez.
Also, if
And-
you type it in the EMR and the medication order, just type in compound and maybe it'll show up under facility list.
Sure.
Call the pharmacy.
And Scylla, what are you doing?
That's a great question. What is Scylla doing besides being so overwhelmed with everything? I think Scylla is very sus, obviously, about the changing channels thing. She's also pretty confused about how her brain was able to be like medical jargon. You understand some of it. Was it like, is it just because that's like my role? Or is it from something else? But why would I think it was from something else? That's weird. The only other weird thing besides everything else that happened in the past hour was getting a secret admirer gift at the start. Oh, I guess it's gone now. I should comfort Ellie. Someone should comfort Ellie. So Scylla's just gonna sit beside Ellie and just be like, hey, we're gonna figure it out. It's gonna be okay. Like, I know people probably say that a lot, but we're all here together in a really weird situation. But it's better than being alone in a really weird situation. And there are notes in there that say there is something experimental that could help. And maybe once we do that, we can get out of the TV.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's better than going through this alone. We have a direction, so that's good. I just I don't like being sick and feeling this way, and I would like to go back to being healthy. And yeah, I think it's just nerve-wracking that we don't know what's causing this.
Would you like to hold my hand? Would that help you feel a little better?
I absolutely, Elsie speaking on Ellie's thoughts on this, is that it is instinctual to know that physical touch and hand holding in her own reality would be comforting and would absolutely jump at the chance to hold someone's hand. Because Ellie is a touch-starved idiot, so absolutely.
Brooke was holding your hand 5 minutes ago.
Yeah,
God.
he
Oh,
left.
she's hungry.
He went out for cigarettes and milk, and I don't know if he's coming back.
Also, he's awful. So like,
I don't. Oh, Yeah. Anyways, no. He's wonderful, and he's never done anything wrong in his life.
I don't believe that for a second.
Neither do I, but I'm gonna say it, and I'll believe it one day.
You just speak it into reality.
Yeah, if I just manifest that my boyfriends are all perfect angels who have never done anything wrong in their life, they haven't.
That would be a big plot twist.
Yeah, that would
Brooke
be
is
an amazing
perfectly
plot
good
twist.
person.
I just think that it's all about perspective, right?
I wonder what kind
And
of
dead people don't have
the
perspective
giant
'cause they're
antler
dead,
man has.
Yeah.
I don't want to think about Antler Man. He's not my boyfriend yet.
Yet.
The fact
Yes.
that you just said
Yet
is
is
crazy.
doing a lot.
The
Yes,
fact that you
a
said
lot of
yet
lifting.
is
I just like to keep my options open. I don't know what to tell
sinister
you.
work.
Ellie,
Sinister,
we're running out of
diabolical.
hands. We're running out of
I-
hands.
Never mind. I'm not gonna say it again.
She's running out of hands, but not out of options.
You can hold fingers. I got 10 of those.
Still worse.
Hey Scylla,
Yeah.
casual thing I'm gonna ask you to do.
Oh, I don't believe that either.
I don't.
Yeah.
Roll to unleash your powers.
What? What did I do? I was being comforting. Oh, let's see how this
Man.
goes. Historically, this has not gone well for
This
me.
has been a bad roll for you, but I
This
believe
has been a really
you
bad
guys-
roll, which is a shame because it's on my highest stat. So maybe
It's
it'll
so
like
wild.
me more.
Listen, I believe in you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I get sharp teeth.
Well, thank God I upped that freak because now that is a 7.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, Steph.
That was skirting a thin line there,
Dang.
Steph.
This was real bad.
And
I'm so
so
glad that's what I leveled up.
I'm still gonna give you the choice. I have thoughts on this, but I'm gonna
Of
give you the
course.
choice. Do you want to mark a condition, or do you want me to tell you how the effect is unstable or temporary?
I want to see what happens. So I guess show me how the effect is. Wait, what am I rolling to do? Unleash the powers in what?
Yep, that's a great question. And that's why I'm still giving you the choice. So it can be temporary or unstable, or the fact that you have accidentally manifested your powers could leave you with a condition. Your choice.
If I take the condition, does that mean I keep my powers?
Yes.
I haven't taken a condition yet in this game. So sure, let's take God. I'm gonna go with afraid. Because she has no idea what is going on. She doesn't remember what Valen said was real. She remembers what she thought was real. And she doesn't know how to be a doctor. And she's just trying her best and she's real scared, but she's not going to show people that she's scared because she's supposed to be brave and Ellie is in a worse position. So yeah, she's going to take afraid.
And so, Scylla, you are thinking about that gift you received. You're thinking about the fact that Ellie needs comfort and support. And the first thing you register is there is suddenly a weight in the pocket of your white coat.
That's weird. She pulls it out.
It's the gift that had been left for you.
The fucking wind chimes?
The wind chimes.
Just a fucking Mary Poppins situation here.
Just like pull you all just watch Scylla pull it out. And what is even stranger is as soon as she does, the moths start flapping their wings.
They're alive.
And the same scales that were previously on Scylla's skin start to form. And as the moths float around you, settling once again onto your hair, Ellie, you don't feel sick anymore. You don't quite know what you feel because it's a strange sensation. it's in some ways a feeling of heaviness moving through your body. And I think perhaps some scales appearing on your own skin for this moment. But you feel better than it feels like you have felt in days.
That's weird, but I don't feel like it's a bad thing. Oh, we match.
Yeah, we match. There's scales on my hand. That's new.
Ew.
Valen, right? Your name was Valen?
Yes. What?
Okay. What did you say my power was again?
You borrow other people's shit.
Like this?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, my powers are scales?
I don't really know how the scales play into it, but you do have
Oh,
them.
okay. And pretty and moths. That's so
Hmm.
weird. That was the gift my secret admirer gave me earlier today when we were in the town and not the hospital. How was it in my pocket?
Your secret admirer?
Your secret admirer.
Apparently.
Your pocket.
Well, it was in my backpack before we tried to leave. Because I was going to show you guys. Because I never got a secret admirer before. I don't think. Unless I had one in, like, the reality Valen says we're all from. Which I guess is true because we're matching now.
Yeah, I guess that's real. I guess.
I think, JD, this is the most stupid idea that I want to do. Elsie knows it's very stupid. But I think Ellie is going to ask for whoever's closest next to take her hand. Her other hand. Keep Scylla's. This is so bad. Who's closest to me?
Valen is not taking your hand.
Valen's just immediately backing away.
Uh-huh. I know
I
how
think-
these powers work. I'm not playing this game.
I think I was.
Okay. Hand, please.
Are you? I think Connor's gonna look to Valen. What was my power?
You could transform your skin into different materials.
Oh,
Cool.
okay. Sure. I'll give it a try. So he'll take your hand.
Would you like to roll to unleash your powers?
I would
Q?
love to roll. To unleash
Oh,
my
this is such a
powers.
bad idea.
Just the full kitchen sink going on here. Everyone throw their powers on Ellie and see what happens.
We're gonna. She wasn't dying before, but now she's dying faster.
No.
We're just reversing it.
So, JD, all of my luck from Sunday is gone now. It's fine. I got a 7.
Okay.
But like only just barely.
You were rolling too high.
I was listening. I got a couple 15s on Sunday.
It was fucking ridiculous.
It was necessary because
amazing.
everybody else was rolling.
Oh
ass.
yeah.
Oh,
You carry.
Listen, my back was hurting. Ah!
It was insane.
listen. Sometimes we just cause extra problems on purpose because of
Yes.
our dice rolls. It's
For
fine.
yourselves. Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah,
for you,
give me-
Connor, is it going to be taking a condition, or do you want me to tell you how it's unstable or temporary?
Do I get to choose between unstable or temporary?
No.
Cool. Then I'm going to go ahead and take the condition. We're going to take angry because all of the pain comes back.
Yep.
Steph, I love you so much.
Oh, did I echo again? Shit!
just this, oh no, in the background. Oh, incredible.
So what does it look like, Q, as Connor's powers reactivate?
Well, what's the clipboard made out of?
Plastic?
Okay, because apart from Ellie, that's the only thing he's touching.
Interesting.
So I think that you'd see his body shoot up as his form sort of like seems to suddenly be too large for the shape that it was taking in, because he was like 6'5", 6'6", and now he's like another foot, or we'll say a half foot. He's like 7 something now. And there's that immediate grit of pain that you can see that is like etched into his face. And then the hand that's holding the clipboard starts to spread with the same material, so that his hand and then the rest of him becomes plastic.
And I think as well as that happens, your other hand starts to transform too into that same
Oh.
obsidian that it was before.
Does Ellie get
He's going to
both or
like
just the one?
take hand, like look between our hands, like did she have a piece of obsidian somewhere between our hands?
You look, you try to see, is there any jewelry she's wearing, anything like that? Nothing, although Ellie, your palm is now made of that same obsidian. And you feel a boost of energy as your body continues that process of repairing itself, as you are flooded with not just one, but 2 sets of powers.
I think at this point, she doesn't stop to ask Valen any more questions about her powers or abilities or what complications may come with absorbing a bunch of powers at once. And I think lets go of both Scylla and Connor's hand and like literally jumps up on the hospital bed. Like she is standing straight up, like just like looking at her hands. It's like, I feel great. Who's next?
You mean who's?
I think you need to take a moment.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, maybe just sit down for a
You
second.
look a lot better.
I feel better, but I don't know how much time this is gonna last. She will sit down. She'll sit down. She'll chill for a second, half a second. But she's like buzzing with energy. Like this is the best she has felt. It's like the day after when you were sick as a kid, where you felt like shit the last 3 days, and you wake up all of a sudden and you're like, oh shit, I'm hungry. Like I want to eat something. I feel better. And just like legs are like kicking on the side of the bed, like let's go, let's solve this. I'm so ready.
I think Connor is looking around. I don't think plastic feels great. So I think he's trying to find some other surface. I think we're gonna look for metal. I think that's what we're gonna do.
If you touch Valen's bone saw, that might be more comfortable. It's metal.
Sure, we'll go for the bone saw.
When I let go of their hands as well, does it stay?
It stays. They both chose to take a condition instead of making it unstable or temporary, and I'm going to say that extends to you as well.
Oh, hey, I can bend. Whoa.
Was this hand like this before?
A quick clarification. I don't know why your hand is like that because I wasn't around.
Oh, that's right.
But I know that it was like that, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Okay, just making sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, something happened and you can't change that one back for some reason.
Does it hurt?
No.
Okay.
Do you guys remember anything else?
Great question.
Yeah. Hey, JD. Nah?
No.
Cool. This is fun. This is fun. That's fun.
No.
Hey,
Hmm.
Harp. Hey, Harp, do you want to dig my hand? You want
Do you
Mara to
hold
dig
my
my hand?
hand?
You want to hold my
Is
hand?
this Ellie asking or Elsie asking?
Elsie is asking.
That's Elsie.
Because if Ellie would fully turn to Mara and be like, just outstretch her hand. But I am asking permission.
If Ellie does this, Mara is going to look at Valen. As in, like, is this a good idea? You know more than me. Actually, she might just say, is this a good idea? You know more than me.
Valen looks very conflicted because clearly this is helping Ellie and it would be beneficial for everyone to have their powers back. And also, Mara does not want her powers.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And so Valen looks really conflicted in the moment.
What's wrong?
You okay?
Yeah, I think it's probably fine if you hold her hand.
Probably fine. Not
Elaborate.
the best words I can hear right now.
Elaborate.
You don't exactly want your powers. And
Okay,
I don't
well-
want to give them back to you if you don't want them.
Here's the deal. Right now, I don't give a fuck about your Mara. I'm right here. And frankly, she sounds kind of annoying. So,
That's the most Mara thing you
What?
could have said.
oh God, don't say that. Okay, well maybe say that. I mean, it's me, right? It's me. No, I trust you. So if this is going to help things, then let's do it. Right? Or is
It
there
will.
anything big problems that I should know about?
Valen glances at Ellie. I have no idea how many powers you can hold. I don't know what happens to you. I didn't know you could hold more than one, to be completely honest. I don't know what 3 is going to do. So, you, pointing at Mara, will be fine. But I don't know about Ellie.
Okay.
Let's keep it at 2.
Yeah. Okay.
You guys
And
just
we
don't
can-
want me to blow up. And I just want to blow up
we
when I
can add
take
more.
Mara's power.
Well, something to think
don't-
about is actually
You don't need more city blocks.
how are we supposed to get out of here, right? Does Ellie need a bunch of power? I don't know. Is that the only way we're getting out?
Maybe.
Because I don't have a
Maybe.
ton of faith in TV Boy at this point.
Okay, hey. Look,
Sorry.
I mean, it must be really hard to shift like realities. I think. I don't know. I've never done that. I don't think I've done that.
I don't think you. Well, I'm
Wait.
not certain. You haven't done that, Scylla. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, okay.
If there's
I hope I
anybody
made
else in
things
this
better
group
if I
who
did.
shifted reality, it might have been you.
Whoa.
Valen, what's your power?
Yeah, what's yours?
I can turn things off, turn off people's powers, at least
Oh!
temporarily.
So
Cool.
this is a power, right?
Yeah.
So if we turn it off, will we be kicked out of it? Or will we be stuck in here?
I don't know.
Okay.
And I think
Maybe-
that is the moment that your conversation is cut short by the power going out in the entire building.
what's
Emergency
happening?
lights coming on
Generators.
immediately since this is a hospital.
Hospital.
But you realize in that moment, you hadn't been noticing it before, that the hallways are suddenly very, very quiet.
Oh,
Fuck this. Nope.
what's happening again?
We're going out the window. Nope.
And you hear footsteps running down a hall somewhere nearby. Is Theo saying anything out loud, or is this just internal?
No, I think she starts she can't tell what's telepathic and what's actually. So you start hearing panicked voice a panicked voice asking, Casey, 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 my boy, where are you? Come to mom. Baby, this isn't funny. Where are you, boy?
I think someone else should go talk to her.
I think we should stay together, right?
So talk to us in a group, or
Maybe we all go out. I don't want to leave anybody behind because this is fucking terrifying.
Okay.
I mean, we
Um,
haven't seen everyone who was with us in the town, though. We haven't seen Bridget or Lucian or Onyx
Wait.
or.
Yeah, I need to find Lucian.
I
And
suppose
we
we
need to
haven't seen
find
Casey
Onyx.
and Gray either.
Right,
But-
your boyfriends.
And Zane was here, but we don't know where he went.
It's a lot of boyfriends.
I feel better, right? So, Ellie, I think, while this conversation is being had, and the sound that Casey might be in trouble has already run towards the hall.
You're still in your gown.
I'm probably
Ellie,
wearing
stick
two.
with us.
So, like one front and one back, so my ass is out. You know.
Stay.
Those
You should stay with us. We will go and look for boyfriend number
2 and 3?
B, A. I don't know.
Valen is following Ellie.
Hey, wait.
Mara will follow behind that.
Thank
I
you.
guess we're going.
Casey,
I guess so.
Where are
It's
you?
okay.
she runs down a hallway.
Oh god.
Theo.
Valen, if we die here, I'm sorry for lying to you.
You're lying to me. What the fuck did you lie to me about?
You just I didn't know you, and you asked about forums. I'm sorry. I was on Legend
I
of Zelda speedrunning forums. I thought it was
Fucking knew
I
it.
thought it was lame. I thought it was
fucking
lame.
knew it. I'm gonna drag your ass so hard for this when we're back in my timeline. We
What?
can talk
Casey,
about
is
this
that
later.
you? Oh, it's just you, Dr. Valen. Damn it. I heard screaming and I thought that was my darling boy. Oh, he loved video games. Have you seen Casey?
Nope.
No.
No.
Have you seen her? No, or yes, friend
Have you
Gray?
seen-
Well, they're probably together. They're always together.
That's why I asked. That's why I asked. I heard.
Panic won't help you find him sooner.
I can't
You-
hear him.
You all start hearing a strange thudding sound. It's rhythmic and pulsing. And it takes a moment for you to orient, but you realize it's coming from the direction of the elevators, like something is keeping the door from shutting.
Oh. We should go see about that.
Steph, you're muted.
You're-
I don't think it's gonna be anything good, but we're strong.
No,
enough, so
probably
we'll-
not, but it's happening again, so we kind of need to go to the bad stuff so we can be out of here.
Yeah, maybe it's the antler.
Hey, wait, Valen,
Yeah,
you didn't get your powers back.
I'm good. I've always had them.
Do we all need them?
Oh, good. At this point, I'm not entirely sure.
I think it would probably be a good idea, Mara.
Okay, sure. Sure. And yeah, Mara's gonna uh, put her hand on Ellie's shoulder or something.
This has got to be skin to skin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, then grab the armor hand or something.
All right, Mara, unleash your powers.
That's
I hope
plus
I blow up the
freak,
whole
right?
hospital. I'm so excited.
Plus
Mara's got good.
freak.
Mara's a real freak. It's true. Got plus 3.
Same, bestie.
That's a 12.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yes. And so I'm gonna ask you as well. And there was a reason, I'm just gonna put that out there, that I did not give Scylla the opportunity to describe what happened when she got her powers back, because Scylla doesn't quite know what her powers are. And so for Mara, what does it look like as she taps into that and with perfect control activates her powers?
I think it's like right at the moment of her getting it, her hair just like falls straight down for a second and then gets like 0 gravity for a second and then just goes normal. And I think anybody that is like next to her, Ellie included, could just like feel getting lifted off the feet just like a tiny bit. And then coming back down and being a little bit heavier and then evening out.
Give me.
Okay.
And Ellie, this is starting to feel a little overloading. Not at that level yet, but these are a lot of different powers. You're still not quite sure what Scylla's do. You know Connor can transform himself, and then Mara is bringing in something with gravity, but you are noticing that we are approaching a saturation point, although on the flip side, you feel amazing. You feel almost godlike.
Oh.
So I've been thinking about this one for a little bit, if I can describe this one power. So Ellie's power is not only absorption, but it does mess with her physically sometimes. Like rewriting DNA, and it's never always perfect. So some powers manifest differently. And so instead of gravity for Ellie, Mara's power is more sun energy itself, still with the space theme, but more light than gravity. And the two tend to go hand in hand. But I would say that for a moment when she absorbs this power, she is like physically glowing. Like nuclear glowing. And then it would fade back to normal. But I think that really goes in line with the theme of I feel great.
She's supposed to do that.
Again, I have.
Has she ever done that before?
I have no idea what happens when she takes this many powers.
Okay.
Well, it's a good thing, I think, right? Should be good in this scenario.
Probably. Let's keep going.
And Ellie, I will say just one piece to go along with that glowing. What does light do if not reveal that darkness? And as you start glowing and there is that moment of weightlessness and radiance, you feel that black hole inside of you. And it is not fighting back. It is not doing anything. It is just amplified by the amount of light that you are now radiating.
Do I feel hungry?
Yeah, you feel a little bit of hunger. It doesn't need to be satiated right now, but there's a moment, I think, where you do wonder, am I just feeling regular hunger because I was sick and now I'm not sick? And then you're like, oh, no, that is something deeper. That is concerning.
Oh yeah, we don't have to worry about that right now. It's fine.
But we don't have time to unpack all of that, so you know. So you're all moving towards the elevator.
Yeah.
And again, there is light because the emergency lights are on, but they're dimmer, and for some reason in this hospital, they glow red. I'm sure that was a thought from Theo to make it feel more welcoming and comforting.
It's like
And
Christmas lights.
it's like Christmas
Beautiful.
lights.
Color theory.
Like Christmas lights.
She just starts singing Silent Night under her breath in a minor key to comfort herself.
And it is the glow of the red lights that makes it take a moment to realize that the wetness you're seeing in front of the elevator is blood. And that there is a body between the two doors. It takes a moment, but well, a mom is going to recognize her son.
Yep.
You're for real?
And you, Theo, having just gone through that mental
I knew it.
dossier on Noah, are also tapping into what you remember of what your boy and his boyfriend got up to, what landed them in Hemlock, because the wounds you're seeing on Casey's body are identical.
I think these are all information points that she processes in the same way that she processes everything around her. The blood on the walls, the red lights, the steel, every face around her and their thoughts. And she can't quite pierce which thoughts are her own. But she does inspect the body, hold it, and cradle it in her arms. And just brushes hair off the side of his face and just looks and is talking to Casey, just trying to make sure he's okay. Tell him it's fine. Gray's gonna be here soon. But I think at some point she just starts to wail. At some point, it's just throwing her head back and screaming.
And something is about to happen, but before it does, I want to ask, how do each of you respond to this? And do any of you approach Theo?
Not Theo. I've got no stake in all that. But I am going to touch the door to the elevator I want to look in, and as he touches it, the metal from the bone saw is taken over by the metal from the door. Heavier, denser. Because if he's dead, then that means, someone's out here with malicious intent. And we need to be ready so I can protect my loved ones. We need to find the others. Still missing Luke and Onyx.
Richard and Gray? Where's Gray?
And
Is he
Gray.
here? They're always together.
Check inside the elevator.
Gray is not there. There is a lot of blood inside, but you do not see Gray.
Okay. Is the top of the elevator still intact?
It is.
Okay.
Scylla doesn't approach Theo because she doesn't know what to do. She's scared. She doesn't know how to help with this. And she feels like she might make it worse. So she just kind of like starts scanning the hallway for any sign of a threat and just kind of like scooches closer to Valen and is just like, if this isn't real, that means he can be fine if we get out, right? Do you know?
I don't know. Valen is taking steps back, getting space. Yeah, Valen is not trying to approach.
Nah, man. Immediately, like probably slipping on blood, running forward as fast as she can and skidding to a halt. I don't know if she says anything, and if she does, it's just repeating the words no, 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 no over and over again, as like she doesn't know medicine, but I know she knows first aid and is at least like CPR certified enough to check a pulse and to like try and see the damage that was done.
So I'm gonna hold off on that for 2 seconds because
no.
that
Oh,
is
no.
an important piece.
Wow.
But before we do, I need to ask, what does Mara do?
I think Mara is frozen in shock and horror. I don't think she's expecting to see a dead body, even though she was just like, even if like, hey Valen, if we die, I do not think she was expecting this, especially if somebody she knows.
And so, Ellie, you drop down to your knees beside Casey as he is being held by his mother, Theodora Lomax, and you reach out instinctively to check his pulse to try to see what is going on. And your hand passes straight through air.
Oh.
Does Theo see that?
Mm-hmm.
Theo's holding him.
Theo is holding him. He is fully corporeal in Theo's arms when Ellie reaches to touch him. He is no longer solid.
What are you doing? What are you doing to my baby? Stop!
I'm not doing any. It removes her hand and then like tries again.
Same effect again. And that is when you hear a voice say, "Mom, what the fuck is going on?" And you see Casey standing right there, a few steps away, surveying this scene and looking at his mom in confusion. And Theo, you realize Casey's body no longer has weight to you. And when you look down, He's not there. It's like he never was. There's no blood.
What is happening?
My darling boy. She gets up slowly, wecks her hands, and I'd like her to run her fingers through his hair. Is it corporeal and can go through?
It is.
Does it just go? Bookie baby. I had the worst dream.
Did you all have that dream together? Because you're all looking really weird.
Is the blood still there?
Blood's gone. Everything's gone.
Are the lights back on?
No. The lights are still in the
That's-
same lockdown position.
Good, okay.
Something's messing with us.
I was the hospital administrator, and Zane, you were there, and they.
Dorothy, we're still in it. Focus.
My name's Theodora.
Close enough.
Are you dumb?
I'm in
That's what I
shock.
said.
Your bedside manner is terrible. I'm going to dock your pay.
Casey,
This
where's
isn't-
Gray?
And Casey goes to automatically respond, and you get the sense. I mean, you've seen enough of him, and as you are getting your powers back, there are pieces that are starting to bleed through from the regular Hemlock. So you know that Gray and Casey are never far apart. And so Gray Casey instinctively just kind of is like, oh, he's right. And then realizes that's not the case and freezes.
Where did you come from? Just now.
I was checking on one of the patients. One of the patients needed pain meds. I think I'd
Okay.
gone up in the elevator. I don't know. I guess I was just on autopilot. Like you are.
I mean, I think there's a difference between autopilot and dissociation.
We do not have the time.
Oh, good point.
I don't know
Yeah.
what those words mean.
Of course you don't. Something's messing with us.
Oh, for 2, Ellie.
You
We need
you
to
hear
go.
the sounds of wheels moving towards you.
Mm-mm.
Not
Slow-
like a gurney, not like a wheelchair. Seems like it might be a cleaning cart.
Oh. Oh dear.
I don't remember requesting custodial service.
You gotta read the room right now, Theo.
Oh my god, you just saw a hallucination of your dead son. Let's. Anyway.
And I'm feeling much better.
Sure. Okay, good thing we're in a hospital.
Just holding on
think-
to Casey tight.
Like right now, excuse me for saying this, Miss Lomax, but if you don't have anything useful to say, then you should shut up. This is serious. Casey, I'm glad you're okay.
Theo shuts up.
Patient satisfaction rating.
Amazing.
God, use your powers for good. I love it. Love to see it. Okay. Do we see the custodian cart coming up?
You do. It keeps wheeling your way. And as the figure comes into view, you see a face that for anyone other than Valen shouldn't be familiar. Because you're the only one who remembers, at least in this moment, Zeph and that white mask on their face
Oh no.
as they push the cart down, very much on a mission, not seeming to notice what is going on between all of you, and making their way straight towards that elevator unless you directly step in front of them.
Hi. Excuse me, what's going on?
I was told there was a spill in the elevator.
From who?
I received a page. And
Just looks at Theo.
you
Maybe I
did
forgot.
not get that page or send that page, Theo. In
Did
fact,
you know about that one?
No.
and
Wait.
Go
I
ahead.
missed this. Does he have a face?
Just a white,
Just a
blank
mask.
white mask.
Okay, I wanted to make sure that he still had no face.
No.
Okay. Is this weird for us? Like, is this weird?
Yes.
It's weird. I mean, I
Are
think
we
it's a
registering this as not normal?
Valen, is
you are
this normal
absolutely.
or not?
Okay.
Um,
Can I roll to pierce the mask as to why he's here? Actually.
yeah, pierce the mask.
Yeah,
Pierce the
yeah.
mask. Please, I would love that.
Okay. Let me go to my sheet. What is that? What is that one?
That's with Monday.
Mundane.
Oh, every day I thank God that I put one in mundane. That's a 10. Let's fucking
Nice.
go.
You can
Nice.
ask fucking 3 questions
Let's
on a
go.
roll like
Okay.
that. So
Okay.
I think that is also going to be perfect as this sets our way to our next piece of the story.
I think yeah, it's not what are you really planning, but like why are you really here? I guess that's what do you intend to do? How can I gain if I gain influence over Zeph, can I transfer that whenever we go back? Like that's a
Absolutely.
okay, great. That one, and how could I get your character to show us the way out? Or the way to find a way out to what's going on? Because clearly this is not normal, and this guy with no face is now a janitor here in an otherwise normal hospital.
And what I think is particularly jarring, and I'm going to note this both from a rules perspective and from a story perspective, is these are the types of questions that are found out through dialogue and a mixture of nonverbals. It is about how you present things and attempt to glean that information and how that is then responded to. And that is not how this happens, because these are things you're wondering, Ellie. Not necessarily in those words, but you are thinking about what has actually brought this person here, because there is no blood, and as far as you know, your group was the only one who saw the blood. That doesn't make sense. And so you're trying to wrap your head around this. You're trying to wrap your head around how someone who you haven't ever seen, but some of the others seem to recognize in some way, shape, or form. I'm going to give you this for free. You catch a brief look of recognition on Scylla's face, even though she doesn't seem to realize it. And then Zeph just starts talking almost casually to all of you and says, I've always been here to clean up messes. I go where I'm needed. And they're just mopping the floor as they say this, automatically, rhythmically. And you more realize, well, you have never seen Zeph in this hospital before. You have seen them in another. And maybe it's the fact that you've connected with powers of not one, not two, but 3 people. But you remember seeing this face before. And you remember how unacknowledged Zeph so often is. You think maybe a little acknowledgement of them would go a long way. And then they just say, I think your time here is done. I take the elevator up. Go to the 12th floor.
At least he didn't say 13th. Thank
We
you.
would never have a 13th floor.
Thank you. I don't think I caught your name.
Oh, I'm Zeph. I'm the janitor.
Thank you, Zeph. This has been really, really helpful, and I think you could tell that Ellie's like trying to process this, and the most unsettling way, without coming off as rude, to be like, "Oh, this is odd. This is strange. I don't want to be rude though because he just helped us out a lot." Do you need to go to the 12th floor too?
I don't worry about your friends. I'll be going to find them. Make sure they get to the 12th floor as well.
Thank you, Zeph. That's really nice of you. And there's like she furrows her brow because none of us mentioned our other friends. But he said it so casually, she actually believed him for a second before registering that, oh, wait, what?
Okay. Everybody get on the elevator.
Let's go, my boy.
Thank you.
And it does take until the door is about to close for Casey to say, wait, fuck, where's Gray? But it's too late for that to be addressed because you are all going up in the elevator, and if any of you do try to hit other buttons, it does not stop it. It does not slow it down. You continue on your way up, and when the elevator opens, there is what looks like a simple door immediately behind it. Just a basic wooden door. Which shouldn't be there because this would violate so many things. Theo would not have that at all. But it's sitting there, and if you try to make the elevator go back down, it does not.
I guess we got to go through the door.
Yeah,
Mhm.
doesn't seem like there's another option, but you know, we're all together, strength in numbers.
Right.
That's a little moth, very gently. It's okay.
Should we wait here for the others on the 12th floor? He said he'd send them up here, but
Uh-huh.
I thought you said just.
Balin, you described that place as somewhere that was awful. I don't. I mean, we have to. Obviously, all of this is real now. I mean, I was glowing and you got really tall and you had scales and everything is not normal, but I don't know if there's better than here without everybody here together.
Well, sorry, Valen, you go.
I'm gonna be honest, Ellie, I think it's all bad. But I think altogether we can figure it out. Whether that's here or back in Hemlock.
Also, this elevator is very small, and I'm not.
Oh, yeah, your head's gonna hit the ceiling.
Also,
Yep.
really candidly, I am a little bit afraid of crashing the elevator down with a bunch of gravity. So we should probably.
Okay. So we'll
I
just kind of
think-
like reach for the door unless someone else wants to do it first. She's being very tentative about it, like afraid it could like burst open. But if it doesn't, she just kind of gently pushes it open, just kind of bends her neck at an unusual angle to just kind of look around. Just to make sure it's safe.
And so, Scylla, you are the one who sees this first. And I think in a lot of ways, it is perfect that Scylla is the one to see this first, because I don't know if Scylla would get the most enjoyment out of this, but I think she is top of the list for that experience, because as you peek your head around, you're expecting to be back in this terrible hospital that Valen has described. You're expecting another cursed town. You're expecting a cursed hospital. You're expecting so many things. But there's snow falling. And it smells fresh and minty. And you hear the dulcet tones of carols being sung. And you realize as you push open the door that all of you are now standing in ugly Christmas sweaters, ugly holiday sweaters to be specific. And there are mugs of hot chocolate already there and waiting for you right beyond this door. The elevator behind you's gone. You're just standing here and ready to move through into the most charming, picturesque Hallmark movie town
Oh my god.
you have ever seen in your lives.
Guys,
the-
it's Christmas!
Wow, the lights really worked.
Not important.
Killed your own
I've
self.
already killed one of the players.
It's Christmas?
Well, here it's Christmas.
I didn't get you guys anything.
It's okay.
If everything's been going as it has been in the last two places, I'm sure we have presents somewhere for each other. Somebody else must have done the shopping before then. We don't have to worry about that.
Theo, you're getting cold.
What the fuck?
Do you think we can drink the hot chocolate? It smells really good.
Why wouldn't
Theo
Well, I guess
drinks
nothing-
it just immediately. Is
I mean-
fully cracked now.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we could see if anything happens.
Sure, y'all watch.
I'll drink the hot chocolate with you, Solo. Absolutely. I will lean into this Christmas. Ellie loves Christmas. I love Christmas. I'm so excited.
It's
Do you
colorful.
think they have like Christmas themed Baileys at this point? Jeez, I don't know how many more of these I can take. Casey, you look delightful though. I need a picture. Do I have a phone? I need a phone. I have filters
so
for
you-
these now.
So you remember now?
Who are you?
Oh boy.
Oh no, Mima.
Krampus.
You know, that's what they used to call me in high school.
All right, let's figure out where we are and
I guess
where we're
Valen's
going next.
friend changed the channel for us again.
And Valen, that does stand out to you as a bit unsettling because last time you were all in immediate danger and Caleb took action to make sure you were out of that space. And so you don't know whether he changed this channel or whether someone else did. And if he did, what he saw coming that made him make that choice.
Valen and Keen are both stunned into silence. I'm very stressed right now.
I hate that. Why'd you
I'm-
phrase it
I'm
like
not-
that?
yeah,
It's
I'm
real
not-
cute, JD.
I'm real stressed right now.
Fuck.
Oh, this cocoa
I
is
bet-
delicious.
It has nothing to do with the giant ass antler man on the
I
tower.
was cracking the
line.
TV. Yeah, no.
Uh-uh.
Just
Rudolph the red-nosed death deer.
Oh my god, if he shows up, if he doesn't have a red nose, JD, I'm gonna scream.
You know what? I'm gonna have to make it fit. It's gonna be beautiful.
just ornaments on the antler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll hear him coming because he jingles.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like a cat
Santa
that you
on the
put a
roof?
bell on.
No, it's not. Sadly, it's not.
And so you are all standing there taking this in, some of you drinking the hot chocolate and feeling warm and comforted for the first time in who knows how long. And you're not sure what this new space is going to bring. You can't imagine you would rather return to Hemlock than be here. But you also know that's inevitable. And so as you stand there, enjoying, for some of you, a moment of peace, for others, even more concerned about what this could mean, you see a figure approaching. It's gray, and they are wearing a similar attired outfit. Usual ugly holiday sweater, all of those things. And Casey sees him and takes off running. And he passes right through Gray, like Gray is not there. And that is where we are going to end this session.
Yo, what do you mean?
What does it mean?
JD, is he not free? What?
Because he's not there yet. He hasn't come up
It's
the
not.
elevator.
This is the fake one. Oh no, we're still getting fucked with.
So we've had a good time.
Wait, did
We've
Caleb
had
change the channel? Fucking
we've had the
hammered.
highs and lows of high school football.
Ow.
But we have had a wild ride, and I am going to give everyone a chance as we are all decompressing from this to do some outros to remind us of the other cool and amazing things that they are doing. And we will be back with this game in a month, as we will not be meeting next time. No, I lied. I forgot where we are in time and space.
Valid.
There was an exact reason I did this, and it's because we have one December episode, and I was going to make it a holiday episode. I finally timed
Yeah.
that.
Hell
So
yeah.
I don't know where I am in the universe right now. So that is where I'm at. So we will not be back in a month. We will be back in 2 weeks. So everyone, go around, remind everyone of who you are and the cool things you are doing, starting with Harp.
Hi everybody, my name's Harper. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I had both my COVID and my flu shot yesterday. Um, so we're going through it. But I was Mara today, who's kind of feeling herself again in as far as being mean goes. And what else am I supposed to? Oh yeah, you can find me also on things at Harping Harp, and also tomorrow probably for Beacons of Farlight. And also I have a few things coming up. I'm gonna be on Star Shard for Entropy Emporium, which is coming up next year. I've been working on one thing for Star Shard for like 3 months. So I'm excited to share that with you guys. But yeah, that's it. I had a good time tonight. Goodbye. I'm gonna hand it over to Q because we skipped Kian.
Yeah.
I remembered it this time. Are you
Thank you
proud
so
of me?
much. Hi, I'm Q, your friendly neighborhood cowboy maker. Tonight I played Connor Creed, who is having a time, continues to be having a time. When you can't find me here, you can find me out on the internet at Midnight Inc. That's Midnight_INQ. Q is my name. I'm sure you get it. My head is full of gunk and I hate it. So I have things and also stuff. You can find me a lot of times over at Live from the Apocalypse. I'm also part of the production staff for Tales from the Table Studios. We are gearing up and making preparations to do a lot of big things in 2025. So keep your eyes out there. Other than that, goodbye.
All right, Steph, you are up.
Hi, I'm Steph. I've been Scylla. She got her moths back. Everything is going so well now. You can find me when I'm not here over at Live from the Apocalypse every other Thursday for Redacted, and in JD's Regency Monster Hearts game, a season of Secrets and Shadows, because we keep bullying him into giving us more seasons. He will never be free. And it's perfectly fine, because we keep making our own problems in that game. And I think, yes, I don't think I have anything else because my brain, the adrenaline is kicking off and my brain is trying to go to sleep. But yes, that is where you can find me.
All right, jumping down to LC.
Hi, I'm Elsie. I'm Optimistics on all social media. I am also my heart's going real fast. And I had a great time tonight. I play Ellie. No, I play Ellie Ellison. And where can you find me? Well, you can find me this upcoming Saturday and every alternating Saturday over on Tales from the Table Studios, where I am in their Path of the Fates game, playing a lovely Jedi who actually, for the first time ever, I realized is the only character I ever created without a toxic ex to start with.
It's important.
I'm working on that. Anyways, otherwise, besides here, every other Tuesday, you can find me at PAX. It'll be very easy to find me. I have my megaphone. You will hear me before you see me, which I didn't need a megaphone for that, but
That's so true.
shut the fuck up, Q.
Fuck you.
Okay. Anyways, happy Thanksgiving. I'm so excited for a Christmas episode. Brian, I'm so excited. I have so many ugly Christmas sweaters. I'm like, I'm so excited. You made my day. I'm so happy. I love Christmas. That's about it.
That makes me happy. I asked Steph earlier, I was like, is this a bad idea? Is everybody going to think this is silly?
No!
But I
This
was
is
like, we
great.
are in the middle of changing channels. I've been starting to watch the Hallmark stuff. Let's make a much better Hallmark movie that
With
involves
horrors,
horror.
yeah.
Did you know there's a Hallmark true crime channel?
I did.
There's a
What?
Hallmark Christmas crime
Yep.
channel.
What?
Yep.
Yes.
There is.
Yes.
Oh my.
Yes.
Of course there is.
It's so great.
No!
I'm so excited.
Mm.
That's it for me. I'm so excited.
All right, Rose, gonna toss it over to you.
Hi, I'm Rose. You can find me at Rose from the Grave. I besides Entropy Emporium, you can catch me on Live from the Apocalypse's Tenebrous campaign every Tuesday. So if I'm not here, I'm on LFTA. That's it. Have happy holidays. Wish us luck.
And then I will have Kian round us out, so I will jump in to quickly do mine. I have still probably a few, way too many things, despite some projects wrapping up in the new year, but you can find me in a couple of games over with Live from the Apocalypse. I am in Academy H, our Masks Actual Play podcast. I am also in Class Reunion, our D&D Isekai game. And I am in Never Ember's Enigma, our heist game where we are committing crimes and stealing hearts, at least for my character, because that is what they are here for. I also run the aforementioned Redacted, which is our psychological horror game where people are either haunted houses or duplexes at this point, filled with ghosts. And then you can find me here for this game, of course, and for Blooming in the Rot, our Invisible Sun game. I'm also in That Kingdom Come with Live from the Apocalypse. Forgot about that, even though we just played last night, where that is our dystopian theocracy game that we are bringing to a close very soon for obvious reasons, so that we can preserve our mental stability. I also want to put in a plug, since it will be in the midst of Hasmus when we return for this. Every year we do the 12 games of Hasmus. This year it is more like 20 some games of Hasmus because we make good choices. And those will be announced in the very, very near future. Our casting call, in fact, wraps up in about 30 minutes. I can't do math, it's more like 45, but still. So make sure to get those final applications in so we can get that set in the coming day, because we want to give this to people before the holiday weekend. But I think that is it for me. So gonna popcorn it over to Kian to wrap us up.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kian. My pronouns are they, them. I just changed them because gender is not real. You can find me on Blue Sky at Uptight-Chiffon. As far as where else I hang out, every other Monday you can find me here for Follow the Ashen Throne, our Dungeons and Dragons campaign. It's going to be our Dungeons and Dragons miniseries, I should say. Tomorrow night I'll be over on High Shelf Collective for Beacons of Firelight Arc 3. I'll be hanging out with Harp. That is a game run by JT. And then every other Saturday I run Blooming in the Rot, our Invisible Sun actual play. Got a couple more episodes of that. We will not be playing next Saturday because the majority of that cast and the majority of this cast will be at PAX, myself included. If you're going to be at PAX, come say hi. I want to meet you in person. I'm super excited about it. As far as what the channel has going on that I have not yet already mentioned or has not been mentioned by somebody else, every other Tuesday, obviously, we're here for They Call Us Villains. Every other Thursday, we have God Complex, a Go by Moonlight actual play run by Will. Every other Friday, Weird Wilds War, a Dungeons and Dragons 5e actual play run by JT. And then, of course, Blooming in the Rot, as I had mentioned. We've got a couple other things coming up, including Star Shard that Hart mentioned that's going to be coming up in 2025. That's not a real year. That sounds terrifying. We've got a couple of other things to look forward to in the new year. Follow us on social media. That is where you will hear about it first. Other than that, be kind to yourselves, each other, and the planet. Take care of yourselves, as life is what life is right now. So love on each other, love on yourselves as much as you can. We are going to send a raid over to ADH Adventures. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Be sure to comment in the chat. Let them know who sent you. Make sure that you send a couple of messages just so that they get the credit for the views. And we will catch y'all in 2 weeks here. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.